Today, if everyone is here, does that just mean no one is here? This is CheckPoint. Welcome to CheckPoint. We've got a mountain of trash to clean up.
Yeah, the gaming industry is full of trash, and we're the cleaners.
No, there's actually just a mountain of trash in the kitchen, and we seriously need to clean it up. I can't even reach the fire extinguisher anymore.
Then I'll move it to another wall.
Well managed. It's the Game Awards next week, and this year, Jeff Keighley's annual hours-long ad break, briefly punctuated by Video Game Industry Awards, will feature a live musical performance by Sting of his song What Could Have Been from the League of Legends animated series Arcane. Which is at least one of the sillier brand new sentences 2021 has brought us, but here's another one that's way more annoying from an email sent to Twitch streamers to encourage them to co-stream the event. Some segments in the Game Awards include audio that is authorized for live broadcasts, but not for inclusion in VODs and clips. If you do co-stream it, remember to protect your channel by disabling VODs and clips for the duration of your broadcast. They want streamers to increase the event's reach while not allowing these streamers to maximize monetization of their own content. So, Jeff, if you think we're going to be free labor for your marketing campaign, well, you're right. Tune in next Thursday on twitch.tv/LoadingReadyRun at 5 p.m. Pacific, but I'm still going to complain about it. And I'll be keeping a running tally of how many game devs show up wearing the traditional business casual gamer look of a graphic tee and a jacket. That's why we dress like this on CheckPoint.
In other Game Awards news, they're teasing a world premiere for something everyone has been waiting at least 2 years for, and a bunch of people are assuming it's Legend of Zelda related. And if that's the case, well then have I got news for a bunch of people, because yours truly is going to spill the secret right here and scoop the rest of the gaming rags. The big reveal is 100% actual factual going to be Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time for PC. That's right, this week the Zelda reverse engineering team, or ZRET if you're nasty, have announced that they have fully decompiled Ocarina of Time into human-readable C code for varying values of human-readable. ZRET believes that with more work on translating the N64-specific rendering calls into more generic code, we can expect that hobbyists will finally be able to play Ocarina of Time without having to dig out the N64. Or the GameCube, or the Wii, or the Wii U, or the 3DS, or the Switch.
Metroidvania roguelike Dead Cells has thrown its helmet into the ring for contention in a new round of most ambitious crossover since memes with its Everyone is Here update. That slogan, of course, riffing on the Smash Bros. Ultimate tagline, because the team has collaborated with several other indie studios to add items and skins from a variety of similarly beloved games, as Dead Cells becomes our latest metaverse. Specifically, the update adds a new weapon and outfit from each of the following: 2D Souls-like Blasphemous, roguelike Curse of the Dead Gods, action platformer Guacamelee, Metroidvania Hollow Knight, action roguelite Skull the Hero Slayer, and action RPG Hyper Light Drifter. Now for me, none of that is news, because if you're like me, I'm sorry, keep trying and let me know if you figure out how we work. But in this case, you were probably assuming that list would have included Shovel Knight, because why wouldn't it? That wordless trowel-wielding dipstick shows up everywhere. I wouldn't even bat an eye if Shovel Knight showed up in Elden Ring, so I'm astonished he's not here.
A U.S. federal judge has dismissed an antitrust case against Steam, the game store, not the basis of the Nukeman engine, which, as we all know, is the forefather of all modern Western mechanical innovation. Thank you, James Burke. The main argument of the case was that Steam was too closely tied to Steam. Again, not the phase change of water that lets my fancy microwave know when my food is finished auto-reheating. Look, apparently there are two types of Steam here, and I'm having a hard time disambiguating them. On one hand, there's Steam, the game store, where you buy games. And on the other hand, there's Steam, the game management application where you sort games? Sorry, are these not just the same product, like one and the same? This isn't like when Microsoft purchased, developed, and bundled a web browser with their operating system simply to shut out Netscape from a space that Microsoft wasn't even in. I don't PC games, so when I see Steam, it just looks like a place to buy video games, and then it tells you when the video game is installed and makes a handy little library to see how much you won at the seasonal sales. I'm guessing the judge doesn't PC game either, because that's their stance too, with the dismissal ruling saying that no illegal tying could take place because the Steam store and platform, quote, are a single product within the integrated game platform and transaction market. There is also a juicy nugget where the plaintiff, Wolfire Games, argued that Steam's 30% developer fee was allegedly, quote, supra-competitive. So if you're wondering where the real meat of this complaint was, just follow the money.
Hey, do you know that the Grammys has way, way more awards than you ever see if you watch the TV broadcast? There's like 75 of them. Really specific stuff like Best Chamber Music or Best Album Notes, and let's not forget Best Album of Large Jazz. But there are also Grammys for Best Arrangement. Now, that's not a remix, there's another Grammy for that, but Best New Arrangement of an Existing Work. There are two categories, in fact, one for tracks that involve both instruments and vocals, and one for tracks that only have either of those things. So it's Best Arrangement, Instrumental, or A Cappella. Why am I telling you this? Because it's neat and I like trivia, but also because the 8-Bit Big Band featuring Button Masher have been nominated for their jazz ensemble arrangement and performance of Meta Knight's Revenge from 1996's Kirby Superstar for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. I just love that music from a 25-year-old... Jesus Christ. From a 25-year-old game can get nominated for a Grammy in 2021. If you'd like to play Kirby Superstar, it is gratifyingly available in the Nintendo Switch Super NES collection, along with over 100 classic SNES games and Jelly Boy.
Jelly Boy.
Your nickname in high school?
Man, fuck you. No, I was remembering all of the Jelly Boy tournaments my friends and I used to have. One of them even went to regionals and placed second. Dearly changed his life.
There is zero way that is true.
See, that's what I expect from someone who has never played one of Electro Brain's finest.
Jelly Boy was made by Ocean Software.
Huh. Could have fooled me. It was usually Electro Brain that published shit like that. Coming up, Pokemon in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are now too affectionate, which is ruining competitive strategies. However, it seems that many Pokemon fans are already used to this level of affection, according to research I've done by searching for Gardevoir in Pokemon fan art communities. And if that's the case, well then have I got a news for... Got a news? Who the fuck says that? The guy who likes to curse all the time.
Boy, I've got a news for you. I didn't read that story, so I'm going to ask you to explain to me what Pokemon affection rates means.
So apparently in Diamond and Pearl originally, and I'm going to get this wrong because I don't play the game.
Right.
And Heather will come in running here and probably correct me. In Diamond and Pearl, they added the idea of affection, that the longer you've worked with your Pokemon, the more things that they do, the more things you ask them to do, the more like healing them and having them hold like a... There's all sorts of things you can have them do, that they will learn other like passive abilities, I guess, and those will kick in.
This is the thing that I've seen because I haven't really played much, but I did play Sword.
Yeah.
And if there's there's Pokemon in our sort of party that we've used for a while. Yeah. And they'll do stuff like they'll get a critical and it will say like they want to get a pet for doing a good job.
Yes.
Or the one that gets me is like. They'll receive a lethal attack,
right?
But they'll stabilize at 1 HP because it didn't want you to feel bad.
Yes.
Like they fought,
it did it itself.
They fought through it so that because the Pokemon did not want you, the trainer, to feel bad.
Yeah, I think there's one called Destiny Bond, where if your Pokemon faints, it actually causes the opposing Pokemon to faint as well.
Wow.
I think that's like a passive ability.
So the problem, if I'm inferring, because I don't read every single story Paul flags, sorry Paul,
right,
was that the affection, they're too affectionate in the remake, and it's making them too good for competitive fights?
It's not just that. It's the fact that there are certain strategies that you would try to pull off. Somebody was talking about, I had whatever Pokemon it was, that it would get poisoned, and then I had a toxic orb or something that would allow it to like fully heal itself on the next turn, but it would get poisoned, and it'd be like, oh, I'll heal the poison, which means the orb would never kick in.
Oh.
And it wouldn't fully heal them. So it would, I'll fix my own poison because I'm affectionate for you and I want to do good, so I will heal my own poison.
Right.
And now I'll get poisoned again the next turn and I'll suffer damage again, but I don't want you to feel bad, so I'll heal my own poison again. It's like, would you just be poisoned for one round so the toxic orb can heal you? Apparently it's that kind of thing, I guess. And people are saying that, yeah, it's ruining their strats because it's just making it too hard to play in that way. And I think it's also like in terms of what you'll see your Pokemon like build their own invisible numbers, I'm sure. But other people have been saying, well, if you're a casual player, like if you're not into the competitive thing, this is great because it actually makes a lot of the one-on-one trainer battles a lot easier as well, because it means that you have a higher affection and you'll have a better experience.
Sounds to me like competitive got a new meta that y'all got to just deal with.
Yeah, ultimately.
Said
the guy who doesn't,
said the Magic player who doesn't play Pokemon.
Yeah.
Some segments in the Game Awards include audio that is not authorized. That is authorized for live broadcasts.
Yeah, the not is
Not's
right
on the
below
next
it.
line.
Yeah.
This prompter is weird.
Yeah.
Look how it's got like jelly. It's sort of like squishy. I'm getting like stretch frames on the.
If we end up using this part, those of you at home can't see this, but it's
bad.
I should not have upgraded the prompter software. And a bunch of people are assuming it's Legend of Zelda related.
It went to sleep.
It went to sleep. How the fuck did it go to sleep?
I don't know. It was in the middle of scrolling it.
I am tired.
Holy shit. Wait, did it go to sleep or did it reboot?
I don't know.
It ain't coming back. There we go. Holy shit. Parent settings.
Hi.
So far, not impressed
Yeah.
with Raz being 11.
God
Software updates really doing us dirty today.
Fuck, because it went to sleep.
Why?
Come back, baby, come back.
Come back.
You can blame it all on me.
I mean, I do.
Yeah, well,
In this instance.
it's pretty much my fault this happened.